Every Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 Warhammer 40k mod Space Marine Legion is back at it again, with a massive island defense against 8 million zombies. But we have a brand new Space Marine Legion. The Space Wolves have joined the fight against the zombie charge. Every legion has 300 soldiers, but they've also got some backup. Firstly, the Empire has sent over some tanks to help out with the defense, but on top of that, we also have some Cadian Imperial Guardsmen as well as Death Corps soldiers. They're going to be holding one of the easier bridges to hold over here, since they are a significantly weaker unit than, of course, the Space Marines. Will Captain Titus and his Space Marine legions be able to hold against the oncoming zombie hordes, or will they let the island defenses fall to over 8 million zombies with brand new zombie skins? If you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below other scenarios you want to see. Now let's get into this thing. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright guys, let's get right on into this thing and press start here, and the Ultramarines instantly start blowing up the enemy zombies that are sprinting on forward. These are runner zombies though, so they are extremely fast and do reach the Ultramarines here, but not really getting too many swings on them or anything like that. These guys are holding tight in their lines. I'm not too worried about them. You know, they've got a very solid position here at the bridgehead. Should be able to shoot down a lot of these zombies, although a few of them did spawn in the water, and these guys will drown eventually, so that's not gonna be too good for them. No sir, that's gonna be rough. That will be completely unnecessary losses, but I guess it's luck of the spawn right there. They are quickly surrounded here, but again, should be able to hold out for a decent amount of time, as they are also backed up by the Salamanders. Now, the Salamanders are my favorite Space Marine Legion. However, in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, they just are not that good. Every single time we have a loss, it's almost always the Salamander's fault for not being able to hold their position, which is why I paired them up with the Ultramarines in front of them. Even though the Ultramarines are in a very compromised position, the Ultramarines are just absolutely insane in battle and can do so many kills due to their splash damage guns and stuff like that, that I think the Space Marines behind them, the Salamanders, should be able to survive a little bit longer with that assistance. Now, nearby, we do have this bridge over here, and the Legion of the Damned is on the other side of it, and it looks like actually a number of them are going down here. They are fighting against the military war zombies as well as the toxic Among Us zombies. Among Us. So, you know, a little bit of a tough fight for them, but they are Space Marines, so we have to come at them with at least a little bit of a challenge. They're getting a really good number of kills here, I will say, but they are getting killed themselves pretty decently. It is a long bridge after that, and we do have a lot of soul drinkers on the other side, so I do have high hopes that these guys will be able to hold this bridge, even if the Legion of the Damned does go down early, because they do have a weird melee/range hybrid, and it's just not the best, and they've also got weaker health than most of the other Space Marine units. But speaking of health, the ones with really good health are over here. The Iron Fist with their swords and shields are absolutely insane. These boys can kill so many zombies. Every single swing of their sword can kill 5 to 6 zombies because they have splash damage with them. Each of these units also has 30,000 health, which makes them pretty beastly. You know, these guys are tough. They'll be able to hold this bridgehead for quite some time, and they're backed up by the Blood Angels, one of the best Space Marine units in the entirety of the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 Warhammer 40k mod. These guys have insane damage, insane health, insane accuracy. Dual wielding those pistols, these guys are absolutely brutal, and they're already shredding a lot of these burned zombies that are trying to charge the Iron Fist. So some good teamwork on this bridge already. Behind them is going to be some of the tanks, as well as the Black Templar Knights, and Titus is over here too. So we'll see if these guys even see combat during this battle. I'm sure they will, because I'm sure one bridge at least will go down. But it looks like these tanks are doing a nice job of spreading some good pain to the zombies off in the distance. It's almost impossible for them to miss. There's so many zombies they can shoot at here. And they're doing really good splash damage, getting multitudes of kills with every single shot. Really, really good unit over there, doing some very nice cover fire. Now over this way, we do have our brand new Space Marine unit. I'm very happy to see that new units are getting added to the Warhammer 40k mod, and this is by Server is Lost Gaming, so huge shout out to him for making these. You can get access to them if you join his channel membership, but these Space Wolves over here are firing out at these zombies trying to cross their bridge, and they're doing a fantastic job. No complaints here. They're getting crazy amounts of kills. They're keeping them at bay. Now behind them might be more of a problem. This is the weakest bridge, I would guess, because it is Death Corps soldiers with their shovels, which are already getting absolutely mauled by zombies. I mean, this is terrible over here. And they're backed up by the Cadian Imperial Guardsmen behind the bridge here. These guys obviously do not have Space Marine health, they do not have Space Marine damage or accuracy. They are just a standard infantry unit, and while they are very good at shooting at large portions of enemies with massive amounts of fire, if the Death Corps of Krieg troopers up here end up going down, I do worry about the Cadian Imperial Guardsmen on the other end of the bridge following suit pretty quickly after. So if these guys can stall out for a very long time, increase their body count and all that good stuff, I think we will see some good results. Actually, let's check it out. So we started with 20,000 Space Marines and 8 million zombies. We're down to 6 million zombies, and the total kills will be inaccurate because Space Marine shots do explosive fire damage, and it usually only counts as one kill, even if you kill a group of, say, 10, for example. So in terms of zombies remaining, there's 5.9 million, so they've killed 2.1 million zombies so far, and they have lost a little over 4,000 soldiers since we did start with 20,000 units for the Space Marines. So far they're actually pretty much neck and neck. Each side has killed just about 1/4 of the enemy units, so actually a fairly close battle thus far. We'll see if one side manages to really come after the other side, though, and even the odds eventually here. But it's good to see that the Ultramarines are surviving really, really nicely. I did actually get early access to Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I thought about playing it on the channel, but I got early access to it the last day of early access from the developer, so I was like, I'm already a little bit late to the party, but I could still play it if you guys want me to. It's just also not really a battle simulator game or anything like that. Like, I know a lot of people come to my channel for the Warhammer 40k battles in particular, but I'm not entirely sure people would care for a Let's Play of Space Marines 2. Let me know in the comment section below. I mean, I have the game. I'm happy to play it. I just didn't really know if people were super interested in seeing it or not, so I decided to just not do it for now. But if you guys are interested in it, I would be down to play it. I'll probably be playing it on my own. I haven't tried it out yet, but it does seem like a very, very fun game. So I mean, I liked Space Marines 1. I played a decent amount of it. I never beat it, but very fun game. Actually, I have a couple episodes of it on the channel here if you want to go watch that. But Space Marines 2, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to play it if there is some interest for it. Either way, these Ultramarines here are holding out quite nicely. A little bit of losses going on, but overall doing well. The salamanders across the way also getting some very good shots off. Legion of the Damned over here did end up going down, but right now the zombies are having to enter into this choke point against the soul drinkers on the other side, which choke points tend to be a zombie's worst nightmare, especially against Space Marines. So we'll see how they end up doing long term over there. It looks like actually a few zombies somehow crossed over this way and are attacking the cannon, and the cannon can't seem to shoot it because it's like right in its blind spot or something. So that's just free damage, and the Templar Knights aren't able to go because they're on hold move mode, so that's kind of funny too. Okay, well that's a derpy situation right there. The Iron Fist still holding out. I think these guys will hold out for a very long time. They're just extremely good. Looks like they might have taken a few losses so far, but overall doing very nicely over here. Space Wolves still defending their bridge beautifully. Acadian Imperial Guardsmen still doing well. The Death Corps of Krieg definitely have lost a lot of soldiers, but they're still holding too. And the Ultramarines over here are still holding with the Salamanders. Let's go ahead and watch these guys at a distance here. Actually, let's zoom in. I think it'd be fun to do a closer up, and we'll do some bird's eye view battles later. But let's go ahead and time lapse for a little bit here, because currently we still have 5.5 million zombies remaining, 13,500 Space Marines remaining. Let's get it and see who wins. Okay, well, the Ultramarines did actually end up going down here. I think, honestly, the reason for that is that they just were completely surrounded and also had to deal with some of these military war zombies. But now the Salamanders are over here, and already we're starting to see some gaps in their lines as they get full charge down this bridge, which is really not a good sign. How do we always end up with the Salamanders being the ones to lose at the start? This is not a good thing. Well, unless other bridges are compromised too, which is entirely possible, but right now it does seem like the Salamanders are in the worst shape. Although, 4.3 million zombies remaining, so actually almost half of the zombies are dead, and 10,000 Space Marines remain, which means both sides are actually at kind of equal footing yet again, which is pretty impressive. All things considered, that's fairly good. Soul Drinkers over this way still holding their bridge beautifully well. Yeah, that is very nice. However, if the Salamanders end up dying out over here, which they're going quickly, oh lord. It's the military zombies. It's the military zombies. This is bad. This is real bad. Okay. Yeah, the fact that these guys are going down so quickly is not a good thing in the slightest. That is going to make it so the Soul Drinkers in the back end up having to deal with all of these fellas that the Salamanders were supposed to deal with. That's such a yikes. That's such a yikes, bro. There's just a few soldiers remaining over here. They're going down. Oh, no. Okay, so we'll see how the Soul Drinkers do when they're flanked like that. Over this way, the Iron Fist is still doing quite well, and the Blood Angels, of course, are untouched because the Iron Fist are doing so well. The Space Wolves over here are doing wonderfully also, and it looks like the Death Corps are almost completely dead. They've got a few soldiers remaining over here, but we're witnessing their downfall right now, and then the zombies will be able to full charge the Acadian Guardsmen, which could be quite problematic for the Acadian Guardsmen, considering the fact that they are not Space Marines. They do not do that well in these situations. And also, the body piles are building up over here, so we could see more bridges being built just from bodies as well. Okay, over here, yep, Soul Drinkers now getting flanked full on by a huge horde of zombies. That is so not good, dude. Holy cow, this is really, really bad. Look at that. They have to deal with that, plus their own bridge. So they're going to lose more fire to the zombies in the flank, and their own bridge will falter because of that. Oh my gubernatorial. This is a very, very bad situation currently. Let's time-lapse the Soul Drinkers and hope that they can pull this together a little bit. We still have 4 million zombies remaining, 9,000 Space Marines. Alright guys, 3.5 milli zombies remaining, and actually, the Soul Drinkers have held out. These guys are holding way better than I thought, way better than the salamanders held, so props to them. Very happy about that. You know, they're keeping things alive for pretty much everyone, because if they fall, the Templar Knights over here will start to get hit really, really hard, and then it's just a whole chain reaction of death, probably. 8,856 Space Marine units still remain. Over here, the Iron Fist is still going ham. Space Wolves doing just perfect. I mean, look at this. These guys are living the life, living the dream, buddy. Living the absolute dream. Look at that. And the Cadian Guardsmen also doing quite well, although, yes, body bridges have begun to form, so the zombies are going to have an easier time now getting over the gap in the water here and full-on attacking them. So I do expect more Cadian Imperial Guardsmen to die out soon, which will probably lead to the zombies having a nice flank on the Space Wolves over this way. That could be problematic, but for now, the Imperial Guardsmen are holding out, which is nice, although the river is damming here, so maybe the water will rise and start killing more of these guys here and drowning them. I don't know. We'll see. We do have the wine pooling off, if you know what I mean, for this battle, so that's not happening, but water can still kill in this game, so that'd be interesting to see. Let's time-lapse this for a little bit. I think we could zoom in a smidge and watch the bridge chaos unfold. Okay guys, we just watched these Imperial Guardsmen get hardcore taken over, and I think this is the largest body bridge we've ever seen across a river in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Look how expansive this is. That is absolutely crazy. 8,100 Space Marines and Imperial Guardsmen remaining. Space Wolves still doing fine, but these Imperial Guardsmen are going down a lot faster now, which is very threatening aura right there. 2.8 million zombies remaining, and it looks like they might topple the Soul Drinkers relatively soon. They're having a little bit more trouble holding off these zombies from two different ends. The Iron Fist over here seems to still be doing very, very nicely. Yes, sir. Very good. And the Blood Angels, obviously, no problems. Templar Knights, no problems yet. So it's interesting to see, to say the very least. But I think we should watch the Soul Drinkers in action here, because I think they might go down before the Imperial Guardsmen do. Yeah, Salamanders ain't doing too hot. A little bit more time has passed here, and they've lost some more soldiers. 2.6 million zombies now remain, but I just wanted to do an update because they're going down a little bit quicker than I thought they would. Iron Fist over here is still doing very solid, at least. Space Wolves over here doing well. It's interesting, there's cops at my neighbor's house. I can look out my window and see the cops peering through the windows of my neighbor's house. I wonder if I should go see if everything's okay. I don't know those neighbors. It looks like they're not, like, urgent. Maybe it's like a wellness check? I don't know. We only moved to this neighborhood like 3 months ago, so I don't really know everyone. This is weird. Okay. Sorry. Just keeping you guys updated. I might time-lapse the Imperial Guardsmen here for a little bit, getting swarmed, and go see what's going on. Yeah, these guys are getting super messed up, and also it looks like the cops are leaving now. I walked out there and just waved and said everything good, and they were like, yeah, no worries. So I don't know. Seems okay. I'm just gonna ignore whatever's happening. Space Wolves over here still dealing with one zombie's just chilling there. Ah, he's dead now. Okay, yeah, they're getting actually a little bit closer, and that might be because some of the Space Wolves are pivoting their fire to the zombies over this way, so it's resulting in more getting to cross the bridge over here, which is not good. And the Imperial Guardsmen are seriously low on troopers. We only have 5,000 total, well, actually under 5,000 Space Marines left. Soul Drinkers over here have like 10 troopers just surrounded by zombies. They're still getting kills to the last man, but They're definitely going to go down pretty soon, and then the Templar Knights will finally have to show their mettle over there. Blood Angel's still doing well. The Iron Fist still doing well over here too. This is a developing battle situation. This should be interesting. I think we're definitely going to see these guys charge pretty soon, so let's go ahead and time-lapse here and watch the zombie charge come in a few minutes. Okay, the Black Templar Knights are not holding for very long, and Titus is completely surrounded over here. These guys do have 8,000 health. I just think they're not as good as some of the other modded units from Warhammer 40k, because it is an older modded unit, so I think they are just maybe not up to snuff compared to the others, because the others are still holding out really nicely. 2 million zombies remain. In fact, many of the zombies kind of petering out over here. There's not as many attacking the Iron Fist over here now. I mean, again, there are dead Iron Fist around, but they're still surviving really nicely. Blood Angel's still providing good, decent cover. Over here, though, the Cadian Imperial Guardsmen did end up going down, and so now the Space Wolves are just completely surrounded over this way. That's no bueno. However, they're holding out. I mean, they're still killing lots of zombies and standing firm. It looks like they have a little bit of a body pile going here, but all in all, 1,500 Space Marines remain. It's not exactly the most. It's looking a little bit bad, and the Templar Knights over here are not doing well in the slightest. The tanks are still getting decent shots out and like supporting, but there's only 30 of them. Might even be less spawned in, who knows, but there's only so much that they can do to support. So let's watch the Black Templar Knights end up petering out, probably more than likely, over here with the tanks. Well, surprisingly, there are still some Black Templar Knights still alive. The tanks are holding up, and I think they're helping with those guys staying alive. And the Blood Angels have started to split up their fire back there as well. And I think that's fine, because the Iron Fist can handle these zombies coming forward quite nicely, quite handily. And the Space Wolves over here also managing to survive really, really nicely. So right now we're in sort of the grind fest era of the battle with 1.8 million zombies remaining. It's kind of a toss-up because there's only 1,000 Space Marines remaining, but right now they're holding really, really tightly. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Let's check out the Space Wolves over here fighting for a little while. Alright boys, the Space Wolves here are kind of going down a little bit, but they're still holding on, so it's not too big of a deal. The tanks over here, okay, they all got crushed. So now the Blood Angels are going to be getting flanked, but they seem to be dealing with the flanking very, very easily. 1.63 million zombies remain. The Iron Fist over here is still also holding out really nicely, so things are looking good. Let's keep her going. Alright boys, the Blood Angels are still defending here. 650,000 zombies remain, 680 Space Marines remain. It seems like the Space Wolves over here might go down at some point, which would unleash a lot of zombies on the Blood Angels over here, as well as on the Iron Fist. So I think that's the big thing we're kind of waiting to see happen. It's yet to really happen yet, but we are running out of time-lapse space on my hard drive, so we're going to go ahead and just let this run for a little bit, and when the Space Wolves die or are close to dying, I'll start recording again, and we can see how these zombies charge these guys over here. Okay, we are about to be out of Space Wolves. There are only 4 remaining, and 388,000 zombies remaining. Oh! Oh, no! Oh! Oh! I didn't even pay attention to the rest of the battlefield. All of the Iron Fist and Blood Angels died. These are literally the last 3 men on the back. There's only 3 Space Wolves remaining. Oh my goodness. Bro. I just didn't focus on this at all. Wait, is there someone down here? Where are these zombies going after? I have no idea who they're going after. I don't see a Blood Angel down here, but man, the Blood Angels just went down, dude. And now it's just a couple of Space Wolves. Now just 1 Space Wolf. Oh, man. So, like, the Blood Angels or the Iron Fist must have just, like, completely capitulated during this, because I walked away from the computer and came back a while later, and this has happened. So that's crazy, dude. The Space Wolves actually outlasting the Blood Angels? Because usually the Blood Angels are the best Legion in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. So I don't know. We have had now, I believe, 2 Space Marine losses in a row, which is kind of insane, because before that, the Warhammer 40k universe was undefeated pretty much. That's crazy. My goodness. Okay, maybe I need to start bolstering the Space Marines and giving them more units, because they're starting to lose to the zombies. Maybe the zombies have evolved and adapted and become better, and now the Warhammer units need to upgrade. I don't know. Either way, guys, that's going to be the end of the video here. The zombies win by just 327,000 troopers. So an extremely close battle with 7.7 million zombies dying and 20,000 Space Marines dying. Extremely close. I mean, you gotta hand it to the Space Marines. It's always down to the wire, but at the same time, they lost. Crazy. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.